Britney Spears has spoken out on the harrowing details and the many restrictions put on her throughout her conservatorship, and we have new details on her 20-minute testimony where she begged the judge for her life back. Let's get into it. After years of concern and cryptic signs by way of social media, Britney Spears is no longer hiding behind a fake smile as she held nothing back during Wednesday's Los Angeles court hearing on her conservatorship. We heard some parts of Britney's tragic and heartbreaking statement come through as fans recorded audio footage of the hearing from outside the courtroom. But those details only scratched the surface with just how restricted her life has been over the past 13 years. During her hearing, Britney eloquently revealed that she is forced to attend therapy twice a week and has undergone numerous psych evaluations, to which she said, according to NBC News via E! quote, "I want to end the conservatorship without being evaluated. In the meantime, I want this therapist to come to my home. I'm not willing to go to Westlake and be embarrassed by all these paparazzi." She also admitted that after telling fans she was fine via social media countless times, quote, "I've lied and told the whole world I'm okay and I'm happy. I'm not okay. I'm not happy. I can't sleep," adding that she's never tried to speak out in fear of people not believing her. Britney started by detailing the last time she was able to speak during her Las Vegas tour in 2018, which she was forced to do, or else, quote, "My management said if I don't do this tour, I will have to find an attorney. My own management could sue me if I didn't follow through with the tour." The conservatorship, however, blocked her from seeking her own attorney, so out of fear, Britney finished out her tour. She also detailed being evaluated multiple times a week under the watchful eye of her father, Jamie Spears, and admitted that her family wants her to remain under the conservatorship as they constantly benefit off of her wealth. What came as even more of a shock was later during her statement when Britney detailed being forced to work 7 days a week, 10 hours a day.
"I work 7 days a week, no days off," which in California, the only similar thing to this is called sex trafficking, making anyone work against their will.
If she didn't do this work, her rights to see her kids and boyfriend would be revoked. And speaking of kids, Britney explained that she is unable to get married or have any more children under the conservatorship. So much so that she was forced to have an IUD inserted in her so that she couldn't get pregnant.
"I wanted to take the ID out so I could start trying to have another baby, but this so-called team won't let me go to the doctor to take it out because they don't want me to have children."
Another shocking revelation of Britney's testimony was that she was immediately forced to take a drug called lithium against her will following her refusal to do a second Las Vegas residency. Britney revealed that 3 days after she said no to Vegas, her therapist said he had a million calls about her not cooperating, and that he immediately, the next day, put me on lithium out of nowhere. "He took me off my normal meds I've been on for 5 years, she said of her father, Jamie Spears. Britney shared that lithium made her feel drunk to the point she couldn't carry a conversation, saying, "And lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to. You can go mentally impaired if you take too much, if you stay on it longer than 5 months." Britney also requested the judge approve a public interview or another phone conversation where she can further speak her truth and expose the people who have taken away all of her rights and her freedom. Although she did note in her testimony that only just realizing that the hearing and her testimony was being made public, she felt somewhat relieved that what she was saying was going to be heard by the public. Not only did she make harrowing comparisons to being a sex trafficking victim and being forced to work against her will, but Britney emphasized the fact that whenever she does try and speak out, she is never heard. She told the judge, "The last time I spoke to you by just keeping the conversation going and also keeping my dad in the loop made me feel like I was dead, like I didn't matter, like nothing had been done to me, like you thought I was lying." While she stated that she deserves changes, Britney also spoke honestly to the judge, saying, "I was told I have to sit down and be evaluated again. I didn't know I could petition the conservatorship to end. I'm sorry for my ignorance, but I honestly didn't know that." Millions of fans are in full support of Britney and were devastated to hear that she's been basically imprisoned for over 13 years. Her boyfriend Sam Asghari shared his support prior to the hearing, posting a photo of himself with a Free Britney t-shirt on, as well as a lion emoji, as he sometimes refers to her as his lioness. After the hearing, Sam shared a real photo of a lion with no caption needed, in which he appears to be proud of his lioness for speaking her truth. And I'd also like to use this opportunity to say just how proud we all are of Britney. Doing what she did and giving that testimony took a lot of courage, and we are so relieved that she is finally able to speak her truth. They have tried to keep our girl down, but as we can see, she is a fighter. While there is currently no verdict on Britney's case, what's most important is that her struggles and the damaged state of her well-being are now out in the open. At the end of the hearing, Britney further stressed that this conservatorship is doing her way more harm than good, and that she deserves to have a life when all this is said and done. And we couldn't agree more. We hear you, Britney, you are seen, and we stand behind you with our unequivocal support.
And for more on how Britney's boyfriend Sam showed his support prior to the hearing, click right over here for the full rundown. After that, let me know your thoughts on everything Britney shared in her testimony, and be sure to show her some love and support in the comments section below. We love you, Britney, and we are rooting for your freedom. I'm your host, Susan Morad. You can find me on TikTok at Susan_Morad. I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.